Hello, namaskar. This is Firstpost and you're watching Vantage with me, Palki Sharma. About a week to go for Donald Trump's tariffs to kick in. India, like the rest of the world, is bracing for impact. India is also making hectic moves. Talks, visits, lowering tariffs, everything is being done to avert the blow. Tonight, we'll look at the high-level engagements with Washington and the possibility of India opening up to China if Trump strikes hard. Meanwhile, in the Ukraine war, multiple rounds of talks between Ukraine and the US and Russia and the US. The focus now is on a Black Sea truce. In West Asia, Trump is bombing the Houthis in the hope of resuming Red Sea shipping. In the US, the president has given a lifeline to Boeing with a deal to build America's sixth-generation stealth fighter. Can Boeing deliver? Why has Europe issued a travel advisory against the United States? As protests erupt across Turkey, will Erdogan get away with a political coup? The race for 6G is heating up. We'll tell you who's in the lead at the moment. Is the US set to recognize the Taliban and reopen its embassy in Kabul? Why Usha Vance's visit to Greenland is being seen as a hostile move? And what is Apple TV Plus doing wrong? It is losing $1 billion every year. All this and more coming up. The headlines first. Iran says it is open to indirect nuclear talks with the US. President Donald Trump wants negotiations for a new nuclear deal, but Tehran has ruled out direct talks with Washington. In 2018, Trump withdrew the US from a landmark agreement on Iran's nuclear program. Brazil's president starts a 4-day state visit to Japan. A 100-strong business delegation is accompanying him. U.S. tariffs are pushing countries to recalibrate their trade ties. Recently, Donald Trump imposed additional tariffs on steel. Brazil is the second-largest exporter of steel to the United States. Prime Minister Narendra Modi to visit Sri Lanka next week. He will meet the Sri Lankan president to finalize key agreements. President Anura Dissanayake visited New Delhi in December last year. In January, he travelled to Beijing, the island nation's largest lender. India has been concerned about China's growing influence in Sri Lanka. Mozambique's president meets the main opposition leader to ease tensions. This follows months of clashes between the protesters and the security forces. The violence started after last October's disputed election. Since then, gas-rich Mozambique has been battling political turmoil. And a Bangladeshi court orders the seizure of cricketer Shakib Al Hasan's assets. It is the latest legal trouble for the sports star over his links with former Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina. He is a former lawmaker from Hasina's party. Shakib is also facing murder investigations related to the protests last year.
Greeting you with aloha and namaste.
No, I love India.
Presence, occupation of a territory by another country pertains to India. What we saw in Kashmir.
How do you see Trump's America?
Yes, the current administration behaves differently from the previous administration.
Are you saying that there are foreign powers who are trying to bring down the current government in Syria?
Exactly.
Bluntly, Iran, maybe Russia too.
Prime Minister Modi committed to South-South, cooperation.
Not over 50%.
Is Ukraine prepared to pay the price for that peace?
No compromises at the cost of territorial integrity and sovereignty.